In last class we studied about population and sample. A population is always all the individuals items who possess certain characteristics according to the purpose of survey. Means population means we will include all the items, but in the case of sample, what we are doing, researcher will find some sample. First task is selecting sample is to identify the population. Once the population is identified, the researcher selects some method to studying it. Okay. Then if it is possible, researcher will select whole population, and otherwise researcher will select some representative samples. A sample refers, we studied what is sample. A sample refers to a group or section of the population from which information is to be obtained. Okay. A good sample should be a representative sample. Okay. It is generally a smaller than population, and it should be capable for providing accurate information. These are the specialty of sample. Okay. Then how we can conduct a research. Okay, first step is research a problem. Here you can see, to study the economic condition of agricultural labours in Chandapur district of Manipur. Okay, then first we need to find out the problem. That one is the first step. Okay, research problem. We need to find out the research problem, or poverty in a area, or illiteracy in a area. That one we can take as research problem. Next one, population. All agricultural labours in Chandapur, Churachandapur district. Okay. Then second step is, we will take all the people agricultural labours, because we are studying about the agricultural labours. We will take all the labours from Churachandapur district. Okay. Next one, sample. If you are studying through sample, then 10% of agricultural labours in Churachandapur district. We need to select some percentage, 10 or 20%, like that. Some percentage we need to select. Okay. Then these are the steps in analyzing the data. These are the preferred steps in conducting a survey in statistics. Okay. As samples, we know samples are smaller than the population. Normally samples will be smaller than the population. Then another one step is there. We studied yesterday about lottery method. That one is another method, like random sampling. What is random sampling? In random sampling, every individual has an equal chance being selected. Okay. Suppose 300 sampling units are there, means we will select the 300 units, and from that one we will select 10 units. Okay, we will write the name, 300 units name we will write, and we will pick 30 units. That one is through a through like lottery method we will select that unit. This one is called as lottery method. We will select 30 units. That one is lottery method. That one is random sampling. Okay, next one is non-random sampling. In that one, see, 10 out of 100 households in a locality, you have to decide which household to select, which to reject. That one is non-random sampling. In a non-random sampling method, all the units of the population do not have the equal chance of being selected, and convenience or judgment of the investigator plays an important role in selection of the sample. Means in this sample, what we are doing means it's not like lottery method. Which one is convenient, we will select that people. They are mainly based on some convenience or like quota, like that we will select this sampling. Okay, then random sampling is there, that one is lottery method, then another one is non-random sampling. Then sampling and non-sampling errors, that one we studied in last class. Okay, 3 types of sampling errors are there. Sampling bias is there, non-response errors are there, errors in data acquisition. These are the non-sampling errors. Next one, Census of India and NSSO. We know every 10 years we are conducting census. Next census will be on 2021. Okay, then what is this census? That one we studied what is census. Then some organization or some agencies are there for conducting this census. Okay, there are some agencies both at national and state level to collect, process and tabulate the statistical data. The national level are Census of India, National Sample Survey NSS, Central Statistics Office CSO, Registrar General Office, then Directorate of General Office, and Commercial Intelligence Statistics, statistics like DGCAS, then Labor Bureau. These are the main organization for collecting census. Okay, then these agencies will collect the data and they will conduct survey, and they will periodically they will estimate like literacy, school enrollment, utilization of educational service, employment, unemployment, manufacturing, then maternity, child care, death rate, birth rate, like that data they will analyze and they will publish. The NSS also collects details of industrial activities. These institutions will collect all the data, and through that one what we can do, the government can conduct the planning, and for formulating policies they can use this data. Okay, then some organizations are there like CSO, NSS, like RGI, DGCIS, Labor Bureau, like that some institutions are there. These institutions conduct census, survey and everything, and depends on that one government will plan or formulate policies. Okay, then economic facts expressed in terms of numbers are called data. Okay, then the purpose of data collection is to understand and explain and analyze a problem and cause behind it. Primary data is obtained by conducting a survey. Then survey includes various steps which need to be planned carefully. Then primary data means by conducting, we know primary and secondary data. Primary data is we are getting data by conducting survey, and this survey includes various steps. Okay, these are used. Suppose some agencies already they collected and they published the data. That data we are using means that one is statistical secondary data. Okay, we are calling as secondary data. Okay, then primary data is there, secondary data is there, qualitative data is there, quantitative data is there. What is qualitative and quantitative data? Now we can go to some points. Data is a tool which helps in reaching sound conclusion of any problem. Then what is data? Data is a tool which helps in reaching some conclusion. Okay, then primary data is based on first-hand information. Primary data is types of data, classification of data, primary data and secondary data. Primary data is based on first-hand information. Then survey can done by personal interviews, mailing questionnaires and telephone interviews. Then for primary data we can collect the information through personal interviews, mailing questionnaires and telephone interviews. Next one, census. It covers every individual unit belonging to the population. Census means we are including all the population, that one is census. Next one is sample, is a smaller group selected from the population, that one is sample. Next one, in a random sampling, every individual is given equal chance of being selected for providing information. Next one is sampling error. It is occur due to the difference between the value of sample estimate and the value of corresponding population parameter. Okay, next one, non-sampling errors. It can arise in data acquisition by non-response or bias in selection. We studied different types of non-sampling errors. Then different institutions are there, Census of India, then a National Sample Survey, then some other agency, Labor Bureau, Sample Survey Collecting Agency, like that. Lot of institutions are there. These institutions will collect national or state level, which collect the information, and they will tabulate the data and they will process the data on many important economic and social issues. We can go through some question answers. Frame at least 4 appropriate multiple choice options for the following question. First question, which of the following is the most important when you buy a new dress? Price of the dress, you can give option like price of the dress, fabric of the dress, color of the dress, fashion of the dress, or brand of the dress, like that you can give options. Next one, how often do you use computer? Weekly once, monthly once, or daily, or occasionally, like that, like at least once in fortnight, occasionally, like that you can give option. Which of the newspapers do you read regularly? Times of India, Hindustan Times, Indian Express, The Hindu, like that you can give options. Next one, rise in the price of petrol is justified. Strongly agree, strongly disagree, neither agree nor disagree, somewhat agree. Next one, what is the monthly income of your family? Less than 10,000, more than 10,000, more than 25,000, more than 50,000. You can give option like that. Okay. Next question, frame two-way question, means yes or no question. Two-way question, are you Indian? Answer is yes or no. Okay. Then, do you live in Bangalore or do you live in Delhi? Yes or no. Are you a graduate? Yes or no. Are you illiterate? Yes or no. Do you know swimming? Have you ever been convicted by a court of law? Yes or no. These questions are two-way questions. Okay. Next one, state whether the following statements are true or false. There are many sources of data. Is it true or false? Is false. There are mainly two sources of data, primary and secondary. Next question, telephone survey is the most suitable method when the population is literate and spread over a large area. It is false. If it is large area, mailing questionnaire would be more suitable. If the population is literate, mailing questionnaire is the most suitable. Okay, next one, data collected by investigator is called secondary data. True or false? Answer, false. Investigator may collect the data by conducting an inquiry or investigation. Such data are called primary data. Okay, investigator collecting data through inquiry or investigation, such data is called primary data. Data collected by investigator called primary data. Secondary data means already collected data we are using, means that one is secondary data. Next one, there is certain bias involved in non-random selection of sample. Is it true or false? It is true. In a non-random sampling method, all the units of population do not have equal chance to select. Okay, that reason there is certain bias involved in the non-random selection samples. Non-sampling errors can be minimized by taking large sample. False or true? False. It is difficult to minimize non-sampling error even by taking large sample, as they include errors in the data acquisition like non-response errors, sampling bias, like that errors will be there. Next one. What do you think about the following question? Do you find any problem with this question? If yes, how? How far do you live from the closest market? Okay. Then answer is, this question is ambiguous. People will not able to answer this question as the different measures of distance. How far? That person should know how much kilometer, how much yards, what is meter, kilometer. Then they will get confusion. Then we can ask question like less than 5 kilometer, between 5 to 10 kilometer, more than 10 kilometer, like that we can give option. If plastic bags are only 5% of our garbage, should it be banned? Answer. The question is a leading question which gives a clue about the respondent should answer by trying to point 5% is small percentage which can be tolerated. Better question would you, we can ask like would be, do you think plastic bag should be banned? Yes or no, like that we can ask. Okay. Next question. Would not you be opposed to increase price petrol? This question also like negative question which create confusion. You can ask like would you oppose to increase the price of petrol? Okay, then it will be easy. They can give answer like yes or no. Next one, do you agree with the use of chemical fertilizers? Then do you use fertilizers in your fields? Then what is the yields per hectare in your field? Okay, this one we can ask like what is the yield per hectare in your field? This question is incorrect. Okay, do you use fertilizers in your fields? Okay, like that in order we need to ask. First we need to ask in this order, means from general to specific we need to ask. Okay, that one is another mistake in this one. Next one, question 5, you want to research the popularity of vegetable atta noodles among the children. Design a suitable questionnaire for collecting the information. How you can conduct a research? Answer. First you need to prepare a questionnaire, name, age, address. Then you need to mention like gender, male, female, like that you need to mention. Do you eat noodles? Do you like noodles more than other snacks? Yes or no. How many packets do you consume in a month? Like less than 2 packets, 3 to 5 packets, 5 to 8 packets. You need to give some option. Next one, do you like vegetables in your noodles? Yes or no, you can give. Next question, do you think more vegetables should be added in vegetable atta noodles? Yes or no, like that you can give option. Next one, vegetables, which vegetables according to you should be added in vegetable atta noodles? That one you need to mention. Okay, then question 8, do you think, like this you need to ask lot of questions. Do you think it should be spicier? Yes or no. When do you prefer to have vegetable atta noodles in breakfast, in lunch, as evening snacks, in dinner? Like that you need to ask question. Okay, then you can give this questionnaire and you can conduct the research.